Today we have with us CA Sanchit Agarwal. Sanchit is currently working with MetLife, and in the past he's worked with Barclays and Goldman Sachs, and previously he was working in financial controller profile, and currently he is joined as investment reporting professional. Welcome, Sanchit. Thank you for giving your time.
Thank you, Jinesh. Thank you for providing me with such a wonderful opportunity.
Yes, okay. I think we can start from now. It's 10 already. So over to you, Sanchit.
Right. Thank you, Jinesh. A very warm welcome to everyone. Good morning and a very happy Republic Day. I am CA Sanchit Agarwal and I'll be your mentor for today. So just a brief about myself. I have worked with Barclays, Goldman Sachs, and right now I'm working with MetLife, the private equity team. Briefing more about what I have done in Barclays, it was merely a financial controller profile. I'm sure that in your upcoming your campus placement, you will see such profiles, and you will see that you are being shortlisted for such profiles. Talking about Goldman Sachs, in Goldman Sachs, I was in financial controller reporting profile, and in MetLife, I'm to private equity reporting profile. So in all these three, there is something common, that is overall financial control. So financial control is a broader stream. It's a way broader stream than you think, and under it there are multiple different profiles. So in your upcoming journey, in the upcoming 3 to 4 months, you will notice that there are various profiles which comes under financial control profile, right? So in today's session, we will discuss what exactly is financial controller profile, what all profiles come under financial control, and what all skills, courses, and what all additional skill set you can gain before you appear for your campus placement and before you join any of the corporate world, may it be through campus or may it be through your offline mode, right? So before I proceed with financial control, I want you to give a gist about what all you can do before you appear for the campus, right? As in what skill set you can get, what all courses, what all additional things you can do, and then we will proceed with the financial controller profile, right? So I'll just share my screen, and this is my own theory, which I call it as a 6-box theory. So this is my own theory which I have devised, right? So you will see that there are 6 boxes, and these are the 6 success boxes that will lead you to your dream company in which you want to work, right? So this is what I followed when I cleared my CA. So I cleared my CA way back in November 18, and it's been almost 3 years. And this is how I personally landed up in Barclays, right? And post Barclays, this is the exact thing I followed to join Goldman Sachs, and this is how I joined the private equity team in MetLife, right? Starting with the first box. So first box says follow company on LinkedIn and research about it and follow industry news. That is, selecting an industry is necessary, right? So I'll just stop sharing my screen. Now I want to ask you, do you have any dream company in your mind as to the company in which you really want to work, or it's like you want to work with any company? So tell me, I want an answer from each and every one of you. So where do you want to work? Do you have any dream company? Yes, BCG, Barclays, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. That's nice. What about others? HPCL, BCG, Barclays, Big Four, McKinsey, any company but a career growth field, investment banks, right? So the common thing which I noticed amongst the answers in chat box is that majority of them are investment banks or are into the banking industry or are into the investment banking industry, right? BlackRock, right? Perfect. So what do you think that CA is really esteemed degree and is really privileged? I mean, we all are privileged to have CA degree, but do you think that do we need to brush up our skills, or we need to gain additional skill set before we enter into the corporate world? What do you think? Yes or no? Write yes or no in the chat box. Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. You might say that, sir, CA itself is such a big degree that we don't need anything else. Yes, my dear friend, you are right. But the thing is, there are a lot many CAs, right? Apart from you, in the same result itself, there will be n number of chartered accountants. And to outperform amongst others, you need to have additional thing on your CV, right? Am I right? Right or wrong? Right in the chat box if you think I'm right. Right, perfect. So you must have additional qualification, right, yeah, right. So in the chat box, Barclays hire only rankers or first attempt candidates. Is that right? So Shrikant, believe me or not, it's just the first company that matters. I mean, which looks into whatever the attempt is, but post that, it doesn't matter. And even in the first company itself, I mean, it doesn't matters much. What exactly matters is how you appear for the interview, how you, I mean, represent yourself. That's what matters the most. So I know a lot of my friends who are into Barclays but are not have not cleared their CA in first attempt, right? So firstly, uh, coming back to my first box, that is analyzing about the industry. So my another question to each and every one of you is that what do you know about investment banking industry? What do you know? I mean, what kind of work is there? What kind of, see, so the first thing that we discussed is the company. Okay, sir, I want to work with this company, or I want to work with this company, or I want to work with this company, BlackRock, BCG, right? Whatever the thing is. Now, if I ask you, what exactly do you want to work in that very particular company? Do you think that in BlackRock or in Barclays, each and every person is managing portfolios, or each and every person is managing mergers and acquisition, or each and every person is into the valuation industry, giving investment advisory? No. So my question is, what do you think that each and every person in that very particular company is doing so? No, right? Obviously no. So there are a lot, n number of profiles, right? So what is the first task? First task is to understand what the industry is, right? And understanding what all companies comprise in that very particular industry, so that you get a list of companies in which you can probably apply. There can be a chance that you want to join Barclays in mergers and acquisitions, but there is no vacancy in that very particular team, and you have limited time. You have only 3 to 4 months, right? You can't sit idle at home, right? So you will see that all of your friends are getting placed, and you can't stick to one very particular company, right? So what my piece of advice is, what I my 2 cents on this very particular thing is, analyze the industry rather than one particular company, right? So analyze all the companies in that very particular industry. So if you are in, if there were some answers that are looking for FMCG sector, then there were some people who were looking for the investment banking sector. So my piece of advice is, follow the industry, follow uh, each and every company in that very particular industry, so that you get n number of options, and you are not restricted of number of profiles, right? So this is the first step. Do you have any doubts in this? Yes. So do we have any sources to analyze? Yes, we will discuss in this session only. What if someone is not sure? Rohit, I mean, when I was at your stage, even I was way much confused, right? So we will discuss this as well. All data about those, how to prioritize. Yes, we will discuss this as well. Should we entry to understand business in journal? So should we try to understand business in journal? Yes, I mean, try to understand what all profiles are there for, particularly for chartered accountants, right? Particularly for chartered accountants. And then stepwise, go stepwise, right? And then go to the profile. Now, moving ahead, how to analyze this industry, or how to get the the companies in that very particular sector. So there are n number of websites. Google, I mean, itself is very vast. You can kind of explore it. So for example, what I particularly do is I follow Glassdoor, and there are a number of websites, right? So let me just log in using any. If you can give us brief steps. Yes, sure, Rahul. I'll try to help you the most. I'll try to give as much knowledge as I can. uh, it's taking time. Yeah. I'm not sure why it's too slow. Let's wait for a minute. It involves equity research, valuation, investment banking in itself is wider term, right? They manage deals, valuation of companies, give investment advisory kind of analysis. IB is about managing mergers and acquisitions, mergers. Is finance controller a front office role, sir? No, Samsung. It's not a front office role. Even in investment banking itself, not all roles are front office roles. So there are multiple roles in investment banking itself. You must have additional qualification. uh, Not exactly. The time I joined Barclays, I didn't have any additional qualification. I was just CA. I did several I did a lot of internships before I qualified CA. I'll share that as well. So that really helped me to crack the interview. I mean, that was an add-on point, Vinayak. uh, so anyhow, this is taking a lot of time. Let's not waste time. Sir, is a financial controller relevant work X to move into front office IB or equity research? Very difficult, Samsung. It's really difficult. Front office is not open for freshers, I guess. Depends, Ankit. Rahul, any number of attempts criteria? No, Rahul. Money. Product controller. Yes, product controller is similar to financial controller. As a fresher, we don't have experience. I heard certification courses to be done to get investment banking sector. Yes, money. That helps. So anyhow, the Glassdoor is taking a lot of time. Let's just ignore this for the time being. So what Glassdoor does is it gives you a gist about the profiles, about the sector, about the companies, and it gives you reviews about the companies. It gives you an approximate package as to what can be an approximate package, how is the work culture, and I mean, it gives you a lot of detail, right? It gives you a lot of details. So I'll just give you a hint. So see here, in Barclays there are 14,000 reviews. There are 20, amongst these 14,000 reviews, there are 21,000 salaries, and there are 3.5K interviews. So it helps you for interview as well. So whenever you are preparing for an interview, you can probably select a profile. It's again asking for a login. So it probably gives you a gist as to what all questions can be asked. This is just based upon uh, the feedback that other people provide. So if I just select interviews, here you can do the filtration as per your skill set. So for example, if you are applying for an analyst role, and if you are applying for whatever thing it is, I mean, you can filter out and you can analyze what all roles are there, what all jobs are there, what is the approximate salary, what is the review, what are the benefits. So you can take a comparison between different companies, right? So this is it. So an analyst on an average earns 10.62 lakhs. So this is more or less correct. So I remember in the campus placement itself, Barclays was offering somewhere around 10 lakhs, if I'm not wrong. And recently they have increased somewhere to 11.5 or maybe 12 lakhs on an average. And the next role is AVP, which is the next level above analyst. So this is the approximate package. Then there is this package. So you will get a gist about what exactly the roles are, right? Now, now coming back to, yes. So the first box was follow company on LinkedIn and research about it, and follow industry news. Selecting an industry is necessary, and check Glassdoor. So Glassdoor gives you a just industry you can analyze through Google, and you can follow the companies on LinkedIn. So what will happen is whenever a company has a vacancy, you will see notifications something like this: your job alert for this, for finance manager in India. Goldman Sachs just posted 30 plus new jobs in India, and then there are several other notifications as well. So keep start following the companies in which you really want to work, right? And start uh, I mean getting this notifications done, alerts on, for the companies and for the roles in which you really want to work. So for example, some of you wanted to work in merger and acquisitions, and if you remove this very particular thing and search out, you will see that there are a lot many companies. Big Fours offer merger and M&A roles. I mean, they have a lot many vacancies. See, some of you mentioned they want to work with JP Morgan, and particularly into the M&A role. So see, this there is a vacancy, but this is an associate role, which is kind of a managerial role. You need to look out for the analyst role. And similar to this, there are a lot many companies. So for example, MetLife as well. Then there is lateral HR consulting and so on, right? So this was the first step. Next is to, let me just look at the source for industry news. So you will, once you start following the companies, I mean, so for example, let's assume that on my feed, on my LinkedIn feed, if you watch out, let me just, if you watch out, I have followed the companies which in which I really want to work. And if you follow those companies, so for example, I have followed Axis Bank, and see, you will start getting blogs or posts or relevant articles and materials whenever that company was mentioned in the news, right? So this is how you can start following the company. So you have ample time, you have more than 3 months. When is your campus due, by the way?
It's in
15th, 15th
Feb
March.
March.
March. So yes,
March. Yes.
you still have 40 to 45 days. So start your homework from today itself. Start following the company. Check out what all companies are there which comes into campus, particularly from the industry in which you want to work, right? No matter if you are not shortlisted by campus, start applying offline from the careers portal of that very particular company. So for example, if I want to work with Barclays, so each and every company has its own career portal. So Barclays career, open this very particular page, click on apply now. This is something which each of us knows, already know, but we don't utilize these resources, right? So to be really, really honest, I got my job at Goldman Sachs through this, through their career portal. I simply applied for the relevant profile in on their career portal, and I was interviewed for the same, right? So what you have to do is simply write India or and search for it. If you have any keywords, you can probably search it. Else you will see the I mean, you can see there are 795 vacancies, and you can probably look out for the vacancies that are relevant to you. So what I particularly do is, in the category, I select finance, investment banking. That's it. You can select treasury as well. So these are the three this will work for each and every investment banking website, right? So there are analyst level role. Since you are a fresher, you must look out for analyst level roles. AVP is kind of a bit managerial role. Then there is this analyst. Then there is this as well. We can filter on analyst out as well. Job type. Wait a second. So we don't have such option over here, right? Anyhow, so you can, this is how you can research, and you can add the companies on LinkedIn, and then you can start following the relevant vacancies, right? Now moving back to our PPT, can anybody tell registration as well? Barclays comes into campus city, which it comes in Chennai and Delhi. How to know what is work in that role? Yes, I'm coming on that. right? So next is improve your skills. You must have heard that there are a number of websites. I mean, if I ask you, tell me sites from where you can do courses, different courses. Mention some of the names in the chat box. Edureka, okay, CFI. What else? Coursera, Unacademy, Udemy, IMS. Perfect. And you will see that I have opened these tabs only: Khan Academy, Udemy, CFI, Coursera. We know about these things. We do know. We know each and everything. Then where are we lacking exactly? Can anybody tell me what? Where are we exactly lacking? We know everything. I mean, you. If I tell you honestly, you don't need this session, right? Because you already know everything. But where are we lacking is the first move, the first step, as to, yes, to take the initiative, lacking in execution. Exactly. Not knowing what skills need to learn. We don't know what course to choose amid many courses. I don't know exactly what course to do. Yes, exactly. So these are the two problems. So one is the execution part, or lacking the initiative, right? And second is not knowing which course to do. So Jinesh, can you just mute? There is some disturbance coming.
Yes.
Thank you. So I'll just give you a brief. It's really simple to choose which course you have to opt, right? So for example, if I talk about the financial controller profile, it's mainly into accounting, financial reporting, and all those things, right? Just think it as that it's mainly into the financial reporting. Whatever you have studied in finals, it's mainly into that, right? Financial reporting, closing the books, right? Think it like that. If I have to ask you what course you can do to improvise your financial reporting profile, what courses you will do? First is NDAS, second is IFRS, third is US GAAP. So these are the main courses that will help you to gain knowledge, right? So your skill set is somehow linked to the profile in which you want to work. There are some courses which are directly linked, and there are some courses which are indirectly linked. Financial modeling course, right? So if someone wants to go into the investment banking, he can look out for the financial modeling course. If someone wants to go into the investment banking, so let's talk about the investment banking. If you want to go into the investment banking field, there are multiple courses that you can do. First is the financial modeling course. Second is the VBA. Third, I'll show the screen as well. Oops. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So the first one is advanced Excel, VBA, financial modeling, diploma in IFRS, technical analysis. So these are some of the courses which kind of helps you directly or indirectly into the investment banking field. Now you can ask me, sir, what else we can do? So firstly, I would recommend is the advanced Excel. Excel is something which is required in each and every role, and this is something which is not to be told, right? First is advanced Excel. Second is the upcoming softwares which are relevant for the profile for which you are applying. That is, you can probably learn Alteryx, Tableau. You must have heard about these names, but you never get a chance to look exactly what exactly it is, right? Visual Basic application. Then there is Power BI. So these are some of the skill sets. Even if you go for these courses, there is no harm. It will add some value to your resume. There can be an instance that you learn Alteryx. So Alteryx is kind of an automation tool which automates your redundant processes, or the processes which are very step driven. So there is one step, then there is another step, then there is another step. The step driven processes are automated using Alteryx, and nowadays even Barclays, even MetLife, even Goldman Sachs, in all these three companies, I saw this very particular software, Alteryx, right? So this is one software. Then there's Power BI, then there is Macro, then there is Advanced Excel, then there is VBA. So there are n number of courses that you can do. The only thing required is the first step. Take the initiative and start with it. If you are still confused as to what course you should go, try to analyze the profile that you are looking for, and then check out the requirements as to what all skill sets are required in that very particular profile. So for example, if I check out the finance control profile, see, LinkedIn is a very good platform. You just have to search about the profile you are looking for, and you will get exactly what all qualifications, what all skill sets are required for that very particular profile. So let me just give you an example. McQuery. So there is an AM role, and if you scroll down a bit, they have not mentioned. Leave it. Check out this one. See, for each and every profile, they have usually mentioned the skill set required. So see, knowledge of database and BI tools. So Power BI is one of the thing. Then there is advanced MX Office, that is Excel, Access, Project, Visio, PowerPoint, and Word, right? And then there are other tools as well. There are some tools which are company specific and which you may not find in the, until you join the company. But there are a lot of many tools and softwares and courses which you can do way before you join the company. So scrolling, let's scroll this Udemy. Select the finance and accounting. Then there are a lot many courses. See, technical analysis, investing, financial analysis, crypto. Some of them are not relevant, although, right? So this is one of the budding and a really good course, Power BI. Then there is Visual Basic. Similar to this on CFI, all these courses, there are a lot many courses. You can if someone is looking for financial modeling course, this is a really great course. Jinesh, there are some annotations. Yeah, thank you. So this course is really good, FMVA, and this is highly recognized, and you will see a lot of people on LinkedIn as well who have added FMVA in their names. See, FMVA, and these people are working with really good companies. See, BlackRock. Someone said that he wants to work with BlackRock. Then there is Citibank. He is just see about this guy. He's just FMVA and he's an investment banker at Citi. Then there is another guy who's into equity research. He's an FMVA, right? Then there is another guy who's MBA and FMVA and he's into investment banking as well, right? So you got a crux, right? As to whatever profile you are looking for, look out for the relevant skills required for that very particular profile. Research about those skill sets and just go with it, right? So there I'm looking at the chat box. There are a few queries. What if we don't know in which field we have to go? I think I discussed this. Is financial controller and FP&A similar, sir? No, Samsung. Both of the roles are different. They are highly different. FP&A is kind of an analysis, kind of a role into analysis and planning, whereas financial controller role is into the financial reporting. FMVA full form, you can probably check it over here. It's financial modeling and valuation analyst, right? I'm not endorsing any course. You can probably research about the courses that are available on the domain, public domain. FMVA full form, financial modeling and sir, is it recognized as it is quite costly? You can probably look out for scholarships as well. So even the CFA program, they offer scholarship. The CFI also gives scholarship. Udemy is very cheap. Khan Academy is very cheap. Coursera is also cheap, right? Okay, clear. Courses for business consulting. That depends. If it's into the auditing role, you can probably look out for the Ind AS, IFRS, or probably the SOX controls and something like that, right? So these are some of the highly uh, uh, popular courses. Excel, financial modeling. If I click accounting, you will see this accounting fundamentals. Most of them are free. Most of them in this very particular side are free, apart from few of them, right? Then Udemy as well. Udemy is the cheapest one. I mean, for around $5 to $6, you will get really good courses. Then there is Khan Academy. This is also really great. You can probably look out for the courses on this very particular thing. I haven't used Khan Academy, to be really honest. Then there is Coursera. Coursera is also highly recognized. So for example, uh, there are really recognized and good universities listed on Coursera. So for example, Yale University, University of Michigan, Macquarie University, right? And a lot more. So without wasting much of your time, let's proceed ahead. So any doubts till these two boxes? Yes, Swastik, really great. So there is scholarship available on CFI, and it makes the course really cheap, so you can probably apply for that. So do you have any questions so far? Sir, what is technical analysis in stocks? Let's discuss this very particular part in the end. I'll shortly cover, don't worry. No, sir, please go ahead. Whether we can move from Big Four's internal audit to business consulting? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Next is competitors and industry. This part I have already covered along with this, but still I'll brief you a bit that in this industry, I first asked you to select an industry. Probably you can select two industries if you are still confused. There are a lot of people who ask me, sir, I am not able to decide in which industry I really want to go. So in the beginning, you can select two industries. You can start following and analyzing two industries at a time. And by gradually and with the passage of time, you will be able to, focus on one. Which is the most lucrative field? You want me to do a comparison between? Sorry, I didn't get that favor. Right. So I covered this very particular part along with this, which says that competitors look out for what all competitors are doing. So in this very particular box, what we were doing is we were following each and every industry, but not from the interview point of perspective, right? But here in the third box, this box is mainly related to your interview. So whenever you are preparing for any company interview, you have to look what all competitors are there in the market and what is the comparison between both the companies as to what are the additional benefits that your company is offering in comparison to the competitors. You can probably highlight those very particular points in the interview, and this will give you an added advantage, as it will show that the person is interested and he has done his research. So if you are following the industry from quite a long time, it will be much easier for you to dig out the points. So like we are somewhat a fresher and have different options. As standing now, which field you feel would give some of the highest paying jobs? So wherever in the market, there are two type of people. One who want just highest paying jobs, and they don't want the profile of their choice, right? So I have seen these kind of people as well. And on the other hand, there are people who really want the profile in which they are interested, and they are ready to forego uh, a portion of their existing package, and they are ready to go to the uh, uh, so for example, if a person is at 10 lakhs package, but the profile is of not his or her own interest, he may be ready to go to 7 lakh package, but of the relevant profile. So it totally depends whether upon person to person, what exactly a person needs, whether he needs a highest paying job or he needs a profile of his or her own choice, right? So this third box I have already covered with this very particular part. Moving ahead, add people and employees related to that company. See, referrals work like anything. Referrals work like anything. In Goldman Sachs particularly, if you want to enter into any company, the first and foremost step is to add people and employees working in that very particular company. Start engaging with them, start, you can, connect with them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very, really good platform. You can connect with them. You can start engaging with them, start messaging them, start talking to them, learn about their learning experience, learn about their profile, learn about different profiles from different people. And then probably if you are still confused, it will be really easy for you to make your mind, right? Does number of attempt matters a lot for campus? Not that much, but to an extent, Palak, right? So this is how this is what I followed. This is what I have seen people following. So recently what happened, in like uh, a year back, there was a guy. What he did is he directly mailed his resume to the director of Barclays. So Mr. Praveen was the he is still the director of Barclays, and he's at the topmost level. What he did is he kind of get an idea that the mail starts with, in most of the companies, the mail is like first name dot last name at the rate barclays.com, first name dot last name at the rate metlife.com, first name dot last name at the rate macquarie.com. So more or less the pattern is like this only. So he directly mailed his resume to the highest most level, and that person, he's a really nice person, by the way. So he got he found it interesting, and he directly forwarded it to the relevant team, and then he was interviewed, and he got into Barclays. Sir, will you refer me for Barclays or Goldman Sachs? Ankit, I'm not in Barclays or Goldman Sachs anymore, but I do have some of my friends. I'll try my level best. But what you can do is you can start adding people on LinkedIn. You can start adding people. So for example, what you can do is you can search out for Goldman Sachs, click on people, and start adding people start adding people. What you can do is you can apply some of the filters. So what you can do is I'll just give you an example. In the school, you can probably filter out the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. You will get filtered results. You will get people who are majorly CAs, who are chartered accountants, and you will be able to see the profiles in which they are working, right? So you'll see that this person has done CA, CFA. Here he's the VP at Goldman Sachs, and there is associate, right? VP, Goldman Sachs, and all of them are from all of them are chartered accountants. Please share full screen. My screen is not visible.
It's visible, Sanjay.
Right, perfect. So you can start adding these people. You can start, don't flood them with messages. Just drop a normal message. So for example, there are a lot many people who message me regarding this. So so don't flood them. Just drop a simple nice message as to uh, I just need your piece of advice. I just just drop a simple decent message that I am looking to work with Goldman Sachs. Can you please guide me as to what profile you are working in? And people are really generous, and people are really helping. You can expect 8 out of 10 replies on LinkedIn. Sir, is it good to send CV like this on mail, the story you was telling? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It's better to add people on LinkedIn. Try to build a story, try to connect with them, try to engage with them. Then you can probably ask that, do you mind referring my CV for this and this position? Don't just share your CV and ask the person to simply refer. Look at the career portal, check out check out the check out the job ID on the career portal. Do mention that job ID to the person whom you want. uh, 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 I mean, share the job ID with the person who is referring you. So, for example, if on Barclays, particularly for Barclays, you want to work with Barclays, right? ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना कि आप किसी भी प्रोफाइल में काम कर लोगे, राइट? सो इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट, ट्राई टू सर्च बेस्ट सूटेबल प्रोफाइल. बिकॉज ये मत एक्सपेक्ट करो कि सामने वाला बंदा आपके लिए इतनी मेहनत करेगा, राइट? मेक द वर्क easy for him, right? Make the filtration पहले ही check out the, for example, you want to work with this very particular profile. What you can do is copy this reference code and share this with the person who is referring you, that, hi sir, I see that you are working with Goldman Sachs. So I really want to work with Goldman Sachs, and this is the profile which I think I am more suitable for. Can you please refer me for this very particular post? So what will happen is that person will definitely refer you. एक तो उसका time बच गया. He उसको आपके लिए मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, right? And he will get the referral bonus too, right? So he won't mind referring you instead of just messaging me, sir, can you please refer me for the Goldman Sachs? Can you please refer me in Goldman Sachs? आप समझो you are going to a sweet shop and you are asking कि सर मिठाई पैक कर दो. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना, मतलब वो पूरी दुकान पैक नहीं कर सकता. You have to be specific. You have to be very, very, very much specific. So this is the first and foremost etiquette. Uh, I mean, for the referral. So I receive a lot of mails. Sir, please refer me to MetLife. Sir, please refer me to Goldman Sachs. I don't do that because even in my day-to-day life, I mean, each and every person is busy. So you can't expect that person to check out the relevant role, then probably refer it, right? So this is the one approach which I just discussed. Another approach, there can be an instance that you filtered out a person who is a CA. You can probably message or mail your CV, and you can mention that, sir, I'm really fascinated about your profile. I'm really fascinated about the profile that you are working in. If you have any vacancy in your team under you, or maybe, I mean, for the same profile, I would love to join, right? As an analyst, do mention the post, because there can be an instance that the person is at a VP level. You can mention that, sir, I am a fresher, I really want to work with this and this in your team. I'm really fascinated about mergers and acquisition. I think that this profile suits me the best. Can you please give a quick look at my CV and tell me and let me know that whether I am suitable for this very particular profile or not. If that person I mean, finds your CV really interesting, he might refer you, or he might directly do the do the referral part, or he might directly conduct the interview. Do private equity hire CA freshers with attempts? If yes, how to apply for such companies? Ankit, you have to follow the same procedure which I just discussed. Follow the companies, look out for the profiles, improve your skills, gain the skill sets required, and then probably go ahead, start applying and do the same, right? Guys, please don't do this, these annotations.
Sanchit, on the top there'll be a option of annotation wherein you can clear all the annotation. Since you're sharing the screen, you will be able to do that.
There is an option, disable annotations for others. I did that, but still these lines are still appearing.
Over there will also be a clear all annotations in that same column.
Clear, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, can you reshare it? It will correct if you reshare it. Okay, got it. Yeah, perfect. So there was one query that, sir, is it good to send CV like this on mail, the story you were telling? I won't advise. I mean, that guy was hired, but I won't advise such kind of thing. But what you can do is you can probably add that person on. I mean, this is kind of spamming. Instead of that, what you can do is add people on LinkedIn, message them, ask for their email ID. That, sir, I really want to work for this and this. Do you mind sharing your email ID so that I can share my CV on your mail for this and this profile? This is a better. I mean, this is a better approach, and this is more sophisticated and professionally valid. Right, so let's move ahead. We have discussed 4 boxes so far. First is to follow the industry, second is to improvise your skills, gain skill sets, third is to knowing about the competitors or other companies in the market, fourth is adding people, employees related to that very particular company. Next, what people to add? I mean, what all people to add? We discussed that we have added CAs from that very particular company. So what I did is I searched out for Goldman Sachs. I clicked on people. I filtered out this very particular thing, CA. In school, I selected this, but this will restrict your search to finance department only. You can focus on HR department as well, because there are a lot many HR recruiters who keep on posting about the vacancies on the LinkedIn post, and they are actively looking out for candidates, right? Should we take LinkedIn Premium, sir? I really don't recommend LinkedIn Premium. I mean, you can use the free version for the time being. They give you the premium version for 1 month for free. Use it. I mean, no need to activate the premium. It's uh, in my career span, I didn't find it useful, but it's totally up to you. If you want to spend, you can. I don't recommend, right? So next is, what you can do is you can search out for talent acquisition. So this is the term which is used in most of the companies. You can search out for talent acquisition, search out for people, right? You will see that there are a lot many people. Now in the company, you can select, for example, if you want to work with Deloitte, you can select Deloitte and search out. See, there are 56 results. These are the people who really hires, right? So you can add those people. You can add those people, you can connect with them. And ऐसा होता है, do keep this in mind. Within an HR team, there are multiple people, and each of them are hiring for specific qualification people. So for example, एक होगा जो CAs हायर कर रहा होगा, एक होगा जो इंजीनियर हायर कर रहा होगा, एक होगा जो IT के लोग हायर कर रहा होगा, एक होगा जो MBA हायर कर रहा होगा. So अगर आप कोई IT वाले को अपना CV भेजोगे, it's totally useless, right? So what you have to do is you have to add these people, you have to connect with them, you have to ask very gently, politely, that sir, I just recently qualified as a chartered accountant, I'm looking for a role in your company. Do you mind recommending me the person who is hiring, in Deloitte itself, who is into CA hiring? That very particular person, I mean, out of 10 you will receive 4 to 5 replies, and they will guide you as to you can connect with this and this person, and probably you can land up in the company that you really want to work with. Free वाला LinkedIn Premium में card details are to be shared ना, हाँ, but पैसे कटते नहीं है, मतलब 1-2 मतलब very penny amount is deducted. Amazing trick, sir. Thanks, Rahul. So you can do this. This is a really good approach. Next, third thing is look out for consulting agencies. Consulting agencies होती हैं जैसे HR Lab. They are doing amazing jobs. They are doing really amazing job, right? So you can connect with HR Lab. You can share your CVs with HR Lab, and what they'll do is they have potential tie-ups. They'll forward your CVs, and होता क्या है, being a manager, what I want is या तो मेरे पास CV डायरेक्ट आ जाए, मुझे रिसर्च आउट ना करना पड़े, यहाँ या कोई कंसल्टिंग एजेंसी मेरे लिए फिल्टर करके जो बेस्ट सूटेबल है उस प्रोफाइल के लिए वो मुझे सीवी फॉरवर्ड करे, एंड देन आई कंडक्ट एन इंटरव्यू. सो जो ऐसे कंसल्टिंग एजेंसीज होती हैं, उनके थ्रू भी अगर आपका सीवी जाता है तो इट वर्क्स लाइक एनीथिंग, राइट? बिकॉज द मैनेजर एक्सपेक्ट्स कि ये ऑलरेडी फिल्टर होकर आ रहा है जो भी सीवी आ रहा है, एंड द पर्सन इज रियली इंटरेस्टेड. जो भी कैंडिडेट है, ही इज रियली इंटरेस्टेड, ही नोज अबाउट द रोल, ही मस्ट द कंसल्टेंट मस्ट हैव ब्रीफ the candidate about the same, right? So this is the approach. So what I recommend, what my recommendation is to follow all these 3 approaches at the same time. कोई भी एक पहलू अपना खुला मत छोड़ो, सारे चीजों को अपने हाथ में रखो. Keep applying through consulting as well, keep applying through HR as well, keep applying through finance people as well. होगा क्या, कहीं ना कहीं कभी ना कभी कोई ना कोई क्लिक जरूर करेगा, एंड यू विल लैंड अप इन द कंपनी यू रियली वांट टू वर्क. एनी अदर कंसल्टिंग एजेंसी share to, sir, can we share our CV to or to the person in whose team we want to land up? Yes, you can, but I would recommend कि एक बार LinkedIn पर एक generous message drop करके see if the person is replying, see if the person is helping or not, तो एक idea लग जाता है. Perfect. Let's move on to the next box. So we have discussed these 4 boxes, right? Next is gain experiences. Now I am asked multiple times कि sir, हम fresher है, we don't have any experience, we don't have experience of any corporate world. And यहाँ पे ना मैं आपको एक real life example दूंगा अपनी. how an internship helped me to land into Barclays, join Barclays in the campus placement. You won't believe, मेरा 15 मिनट का इंटरव्यू था with the directors. मेरा directly directors के साथ हुआ था in the campus placement itself. And in the entire 15 minutes, I was only asked about, there was no technical question. I was only asked about my internship experience. That was with an NGO. I'll show you. So these are the two websites with which you can gain your internship experience for free, and you might get paid for the same. Should we apply to jobs in case we have not yet qualified? Wait कर भी सकते हो, वेट भी कर सकते हो. इट डिपेंड्स कि मतलब हो सकता है, मतलब एक ना आप मैनेजर के पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचने स्टार्ट थिंकिंग फ्रॉम अ मैनेजर पर्सपेक्टिव. मैं फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम हायरिंग फॉर अ पोस्ट, आई नीड ओनली क्वालिफाइड सीएस, राइट? मेरे पास एक सीवी आता है which is really 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 interesting, but he is not yet qualified. I might conduct an interview, but मेरे माइंड में कहीं ना कहीं तो रहेगा ना कि बाय चांस अगर वो क्वालिफाई नहीं हुआ तो मतलब मैं एज अ बैकअप रख सकता हूँ, राइट? सो देयर इज नो हार्म इन अप्लाइंग. बट फिर आप सीए बनने के बाद सेम पर्सन से दोबारा फेवर शायद ना ले पाओ, राइट? How to proceed if we have just mid-size business audits and internship experience and not big corporate? So Mani, even I did my articleship from a very small town. I am from Jammu, so I did my articleship from a mid-size firm. And मुझे कोई बहुत ज्यादा corporate experience नहीं था, but still you can see it doesn't matter because सारे big four से नहीं कर सकते, राइट? कहीं ना कहीं अगर ऐसी कंडीशन हर कंपनी लगाने लग गई कि हमें बिग फोर्स से ही चाहिए, तो उनकी वैकेंसीज उनकी वैकेंसीज कभी पूरी ही नहीं होंगी, राइट? दे वोंट बी एबल टू फिल द वैकेंसीज. सो ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. दिस इज जस्ट अ माइंडसेट, दिस इज जस्ट अ मेंटालिटी. डोंट एवर थिंक कि हमने मिड साइज फर्म से किया है तो दिस विल क्रिएट एंड वी आर लैकिंग बिहाइंड. नो, यू आर नॉट. Be confident. And should we mention soft skills in resume, sir? Yes, you can. So I was talking about Internshala. This is a really great platform. Sorry, let me just log out. So I'll show you. Even I applied for a lot many internships, and I did get, and I'll mention the name as well. In Internshala, for which profile we should apply, like which type of courses. So guys, Internshala and the box that I am discussing as of now is different from the box which I discussed earlier. So earlier we discussed improve your skills through courses, right? So Udemy, Khan Academy, Coursera, these all websites provide you courses, but the box that we are discussing as of now is gaining experience. They'll give you corporate experience. This is what we are discussing. This is not a course or something, right? This is the live experience or the live project. I'm not sure why this is working too slow. I really want to show you something. Yeah, perfect. So this is my profile. This is my, the applications that I applied through Internshala, and these are the internships that I have done so far. So I started applying in 2017, and since then I'm doing internships. So this is something I have done: accounts internship in Gramiksha. Then there is finance internship in Gramiksha. Then there is social work sort of thing in India Redefined, and then there was another NGO. So this is NGO, this is NGO, this is NGO, even this is NGO, this is also NGO, and this was, I didn't want to join this, but ऐसे ही हो गया था. So anyhow, अब हुआ क्या? These are the number of applications. See, 23 pages. I have applied for more than 230 applications, and उसमें भी I was not selected, and I was selected merely for 5 to 6 applications. यही चीज आपके साथ होगी when you enter into the corporate world, when you start applying jobs. आप 100, 150, 200 जगह अप्लाई करोगे ना, तब जाके आपको 5, 6, 7 से शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग आएगी. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कहीं भी अप्लाई कर रहे हो वहां से शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग आएगी ही आएगी. एंड दिस इज द रियल हार्श ट्रुथ, राइट? सो डोंट बी डिसअपॉइंटेड, डोंट गेट डिसअपॉइंटेड. This is the fact, and this is something that you have to follow, right? Start gaining internship experiences, start gaining virtual experiences, start doing courses, start uplifting, and start improving your skill set. Even now till date, last year I cleared CFA level 1, and now in August I'll be appearing for CFA level 2. And the learning should not stop, the learning should continue. Even if you are a CA now, don't stop. Start, do some other stuff so that you are connected with the studies, you are connected with improving skill set. Because once you enter into the corporate world, you will mainly work for a process driven task, right? कि सुबह आज ये है, आज ये टास्क है, आज ये करना है, आज ये करना है, आज ये करना है. तो वहां पे आपकी लर्निंग ना रुकनी नहीं चाहिए. एंड लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज in Goldman Sachs, they provide premium account for Coursera. In MetLife, they provide premium account of LinkedIn, so that we can use the LinkedIn learning feature. In Barclays as well, they conduct a lot of trainings on monthly basis so that our knowledge is not outdated, and we are still updated with the upcoming events. And in Barclays as well, they provide LinkedIn learning premium account. So each and every company is doing something. In Big Fours, they usually in KPMG, I think they provide Udemy premium account, so you don't have to pay anything for learning any course from Udemy. So they have potential types. So do you understand that even at such levels they are offering such collaboration, so that the candidate, or so that the employee is motivated, he is still learning, right? KPMG is LinkedIn. Sir, a new profile is emerging, that is US taxation, audit and accounting. Yes, so Saloni, that's nice. So your motivation is great. Thank you, Samsung. So right, so I applied for 230 jobs and 230 internships, and out of this got I was hired for merely 4 to 5 internships. And out of this Gramiksha internship turned out a miracle, like, to me. So I joined as an intern. So the story is really interesting. I joined as an intern in 2018, 9th May 2018, as a finance intern. So they require the task was to consolidate their books of accounts. They had 6 branches, so I was hired to consolidate 6 branches, make one balance sheet, and do the tally stuff. Do recording the entries into tally. Then in 2019, I was again hired for same job, because they knew they knew about my performance. They hired me again as an intern. In 2019 for financial year 18-19, because the books were closed in 31st March 2018 19. Right. Post this, they had a vacancy for national finance manager. I'm not sure if they still have my name or not, but let's just check. See, they still have my name, although I have left the organization. So I was promoted to national finance manager. This is the accounts manager at the national team. So they had 2 different teams. One is the core team, that is the national team, and then they had the city level teams. So based upon my 2 years internship experience, they promoted me to national finance manager, where I headed 6 finance teams of different cities. So this experience was really life changing for me. I was working at a managerial level without being a CA. I think I qualified CA at that time. Yes, I was almost I almost cleared my CA at that time. So I was promoted to this very particular profile. So this is how you can gain good, really good internship experiences, right? What you simply have to do is click on the profile, look out for the finance internships, and there are n number of work internships. So you can join any of them. You can start applying. You can apply all of them. There are 87 only, right? You can join them, because I believe अगर आपका campus मार्च में भी होता है, आपकी joining कहीं ना कहीं April end या May starting में ही होगी, because it takes time to do the background verification. So you still have 4 months, Feb, March, April, 3 से 3.5-4 महीने if you want, if you want, you can do so, right? So this is ego Pathshala, finance, accounting, and taxation. They are paying 2,500, 6 months. So depending upon your duration, so if you have 2 months, you can select 2 months, and you can probably apply for these internships. Second website, this is one. Second, it's really good, and I used to take MCS and advanced ITT sessions, and believe me, 70 to 80% of students, those who attended GMCS session of mine, are doing, I mean, they have already completed n number of courses. To recall, what was the name of that guy? Let me just show you the certificate, the kind of certificate that you will get. Anyhow, first let's discuss what exactly it is. So the site is Forage. The Forage, what it does is it gives you, so on Internshala you won't find fortune companies. Internshala that we just discussed, you won't find Fortune 500 companies. The companies will be merely startup. There can be other companies as well, but there will be mid-level companies, right? But the exposure is really vast. Exposure is really great, right? So Ego Pathshala, Burgeon Law, San City, YTD. So these are the companies that are the chocolate room. I think most of you must be knowing about this, the chocolate room, right? So Bajaj Aurora. So these are some of the budding or the new startup sort of thing. But what if you want to work with big fours? You want to work with really big companies? Then this is the site, the Forage. Here, the companies are like BCG, City, KPMG, General Electric, Kingswood, Electric Arts, right? What you can do is you can do virtual experiences with these companies without being selected. So on Internshala, n number of people apply for this very particular job, and post that few of them will be selected, few of them will be interviewed, and at the end, based upon the number of vacancies, n number of people will get hired. But on Forage, there is no such procedure. You can simply do these programs for free without paying anything, and from really good companies. So for example, JP Morgan Chase, Citibank. Now, for example, let me just show you finance courses, particularly course catalog, career interest, accounting. So for example, let's talk about accounting. There are the 4 courses offered by PwC, and you will get a certificate from PwC regarding these very particular courses. And it hardly takes a day or so. I mean, if you go in a stretch, you can complete one. These are the project-based case studies sort of thing. So you can complete one very particular in 1 or 2 days, probably, according to your. So for example, if someone is interested in audit, you can probably go through this program. And if I open up this program, they have given a brief as to what exactly it is. Learn more. Yeah, how to do it. Sign up, watch welcome video, view task instructions, work as per the requirement, submit your task, and get your certificate. Sorry, I haven't seen the chat box yet. I'll look at the chat box once I'm done with this very particular thing. So this is exactly what you will learn. Type of audit, strategic planning, calculating materiality, assertions on the financial statements, fraudulent activities, trade receivables. This might sound familiar to what you have studied in audit, but the difference is that this is the practical learning experience. They will give you a live project based upon the live challenges that they face in day-to-day world, and you can probably complete this task and get a certificate, something like, I'll show you. This experience is self-paced. It approximately takes 5 to 6 hours to complete. Let me just check the certificate that my students have shared with me. Forage. Sorry, I'm unable to find it. I mean, the certificate, right? But anyhow, you'll get a really good certificate, which is really valued. Certificate. So you get something like this. KPMG, the Forage, you can mention it on your CV as well. This gives you an added advantage, right? So this is something. Now I'm looking at the chat box. Wow, interesting. So can you? Wow. KPMG, LinkedIn, good profile. Is that a good profile and has a bright future or not? Is my question. US accounting or taxation? Yes, it's good. It's good. If you talk about the financial controller profile, which is just my next topic once I'm done with the last box, uh, it's kind of US accounting only. Sorry, can you tell me something about SANAD certificate? I am extremely sorry, Palak. I'm not aware about this very particular certificate, but I'll do the research. Thanks. I'm not very much sure, but I'll do research about this. Thanks. What is the period of work in internshala job? Depends. It can last from 1 month to 1 year, or probably more. Superb. Do these internships not affect your studies? Neha, it's all about managing different things at the same time. It did. I mean, at times I was too much occupied, but then the end results were really good. I mean, if you watch out my CV, I'll just show you my CV. I still mention Gramiksha. I still mention. I have removed Goldman Sachs because I worked for the period between August to November. I mean, for 3 to 4 months. But I have still kept Gramiksha. I mean, I worked as a national finance manager during this very particular period, and this thing is really an add-on. I mean, in my interview, in the recent past, from probably July 21 till November 21, I have given more than 30 interviews. I'll show you. I've given more than 30 interviews, and in most of them, I was asked about what exactly my role was in Gramiksha, because this is something which most of the CVs don't have. See, 12 recruiter actions. This is the recent thing. Naukri is something which is good as well. I mean, you can probably look out for Naukri as well, and you need to keep your activity level as high so that the recruiters keep on messaging you. So I am not required to apply for jobs on Naukri. Recruiter himself messages me that, okay, since my activity level is high, I'm looking for a job. They keep on messaging me that, sir, are you still looking for a job or not? Right. So these actions is something like Naukri profile viewed 7 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago, and Capgemini. Then 2 resumes downloaded, ICICI Bank. And then these are the people who connected with me over mail. Right. Now, what we were discussing exactly. Okay, I was looking at the messages. Period of this training. So for Raj is hardly for 5 to 6 hours for training. Internship lasts from 1 month to probably 1 month to probably an year. Guys, just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, Sanchit.
Right, period of internship, but we have to also prepare for interviews. Treat this as a kind of your mock interview, because for internships as well you will be interviewed, right? Sir, are they really recognized for us? I mean, it's just an add-on to your CV. It's all about how you appear in an interview, Samson. It's I mean, the interview is all about how confident you are, how you present yourself, what exactly you say in your interview. It's all about that. But these things add on to your CV, so they help you to get shortlisted. Our 1 month internships also available on Forage. Forage is not about internships. So let me clarify. Internshala is about internships, and Forage is about virtual experiences. Uh, it's not about internship. Forage is like virtual internship. हमारी MCS. Sir. Thanks, Mudar. Swastik. Sir, shall we show each and every certificate on LinkedIn or show it in courses. Show it in courses. I didn't get that. Actually got many certificates recently, but showing them will don't create of less value, confused of what to show each certificate on LinkedIn or not. So LinkedIn, you can share whatever you want to share. I mean, just be active on LinkedIn, share relevant material, so that whenever a person visits your profile on LinkedIn, he finds it interesting. So usually what happens is, do include your LinkedIn profile link on your CV. So if you watch out my CV as well, I have mentioned my LinkedIn profile at the bottom somewhere around here, and that's a clickable link. So if someone finds my CV interesting, he can simply look out my LinkedIn profile as well. This gives a brief about the person, what exactly he has done in past, because I haven't mentioned about my startup over here. Guys, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. So I haven't mentioned about my startup in my CV, because there has to be something which is not mentioned on your CV, because many times people ask me that, tell me something which is not mentioned on your CV. Then in that very particular case, I brief them about my startup, right? Are the 1 month internships in Forage? I have cleared this. Sir, should we join the internship if we have to give exam? Give me exam? No. Videhi, I won't recommend that, because CA exam is itself very complex. What I advise is to merely focus on your exam. So if you have your exams due, you can probably give your exams, but post that you can start applying. You can start applying, because I believe that once your exams are over, you have probably 90 days, 60 to 90 days. You can utilize those that very particular time for internships, for virtual experiences, for courses. Please share the CV in group at Jignesh. Yeah, it would help if you share the CV for a reference. All internships are remote? It depends, money. It depends upon internship to internship. How will it affect during the interview? Saloni, it creates an added advantage. It brings an icing on the cake. Very much thanks for the everything practical oriented insights. Please tell me, what is the site for internship at Big Four? Yes, a lot of many internships are there as far as Big Four is concerned. So PwC is Big Four. Apart from PwC, there are a lot many internships. Students, see over here. So earlier I selected accounting. It's Walmart. No, just finance. See, market insights, virtual markets, virtual experience, investment banking, virtual reality, intern experience. So देखो पॉइंट क्या है, पॉइंट समझने की कोशिश करो. इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में आपको जाना है, बट आपके पास इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग का कुछ भी नहीं है ना. मतलब यू नो नथिंग, यू आर कंप्लीटली जीरो इन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग. आई मीन यू डोंट हैव नॉलेज. तो एक ये वर्चुअल एक्सपीरियंस गेन करने से आपको एक इनसाइट मिलेगा, एटलीस्ट कुछ तो पता चलेगा ना. So those who are asking कि investment banking की industry के बारे में कैसे जाने, you can probably go through these courses, and the best part is कि totally free है. They are not charging anything. Sir, which thing not to be kept in resume? देखो resume पे एक totally अलग session होता है, but मतलब it is itself a very vast topic. But to give you a brief, end में cover करते हैं ये, मैं off the topic चला जाऊंगा. Can it make negative impact? Sorry Saloni, मतलब क्या, what are you talking exactly about? Any skill to work till results are out to specifically get into private equity? These are the courses. This is it. I will not be able to get certificate then. The other ways to learn for a field in which no experience. Very much thank. Sure, no problem. Can it make negative impact? ठीक है, तो ये काफी सारी इंटर्नशिप्स हैं. फिडिलिटी से है, जेपी मॉर्गन से है. मतलब ना भी मेंशन करो, अगर इतने सारे सर्टिफिकेट्स मेंशन नहीं करने, मत करो. एक लर्निंग तो लो, मत सर्टिफिकेट मेंशन करना. जस्ट अ मिनट.
Hello everyone. अच्छा, you back. Okay, ठीक है.
Yeah, extremely sorry. Yes, Dinesh, you were saying something.
No. Please
Okay.
continue.
Right. So Saloni has asked, if I will not be able to get certificate, then can it make negative impact? No one knows. किसी को पता ही नहीं है ना आपने क्या किया क्या नहीं किया. सर्टिफिकेट तो कंप्लीट करोगे तो सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा, नहीं करोगे तो नहीं मिलेगा. Knowledge देखो नॉलेज गेन करना मेन मोटिव होता है। सर्टिफिकेट हो तो रिज्यूमे पे दिखा सकते हो, नहीं है तो नॉलेज है तो वन एंड द सेम थिंग। और लेकिन व्हाट आई से, कभी सिर्फ सर्टिफिकेट के लिए कुछ मत करना कि सर्टिफिकेट मिल रहा है चलो कर लेते हैं, उसका कोई फायदा नहीं है until unless you gain something, you get some exposure. Are all internships from remote location? Depends, सूरज। इंटर्न मतलब हो सकता है ना, रिक्वायरमेंट एक कंपनी की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि मुझे अपने ऑफिस में ही चाहिए, कंपनी की रिक्वायरमेंट है रिमोट ही चाहिए, तो जैसे मैं दिखाई देता हूँ, सी लोकेशन का ऑप्शन आ रहा है। आप अपनी सिटी का लोकेशन भी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो और वर्क फ्रॉम होम भी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो। अगर वर्क फ्रॉम होम करोगे तो इंटर्नशिप्स कम हो जाएंगी, मतलब बट है काफी है। और वर्क फ्रॉम होम हटा के जैसे मैं अगर जम्मू सेलेक्ट करता हूँ, विच इज माई होम टाउन, हो सकता है जम्मू में हो ही ना, मैं दिल्ली सिलेक्ट करता हूँ, हो सकता है दिल्ली की, देखो 14 इंटर्नशिप्स आ रही हैं जो सिर्फ जो इन ऑफिस काम देंगी, राइट। फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग का ही आ रहा है, जैसे if someone wants to work into financial modeling, if someone wants to go into the private equity thing, आप FMBA कोर्स कर सकते हो। यूडेमी पे 400 के कोर्स हैं फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग के, पहले वो कर लो। सीधा 20-25 हजार खर्चने से पहले एक बार देखो कि उस एरिया में आपका इंटरेस्ट है भी या नहीं। उसके लिए आप यूडेमी पे 300-400 का कोर्स कर सकते हो, दैट इज वेरी नॉमिनल, राइट। कहाँ पे था हम, यहाँ। उसके बाद आप ये भी कर सकते हो इफ यू वांट टू फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, अकाउंट्स डिपेंड्स कि आपका क्या एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है, राइट। थैंक यू फॉर इनसाइटर सर, आई डोंट इवन नो दिस मेनी वेबसाइट्स फॉर गेटिंग स्किल्स एंड एक्सपोजर। थैंक यू मनी, थैंक यू सो मच। Yes, Swastik, you can mention whatever certificate you get, you can mention, completely mention, right? So let's move ahead. So we discussed in gaining experiences, I discussed internshala, और फोराज की पहले नाम इनसाइड शेयर का होता था, नाउ इट्स फोराज। तो ये थोड़ी सी पीपीटी एमसीएस के टाइम की है, तो इसलिए यहाँ पे इनसाइड शेयर पर लिखा है। लास्ट इज रीडिंग बुक्स, ब्लॉग्स, आर्टिकल्स एंड रिलेटेड जार्गन। सो देखो बुक्स पढ़ने का ऑल द टाइम नहीं होता, बट देयर आर पीपल हु आर रियली इंटरेस्टेड इन रीडिंग बुक्स। पॉडकास्ट होते हैं, ऑडियो बुक्स होती हैं। if you have time, if you want to enter into the, I mean, this stock market sort of thing, you can read related books. If you want to go into the, I mean, whatever thing you are working to achieve, you can probably read books related to that. So मैंने ना कुछ बुक्स यहाँ पे एंड में इंक्लूड की थी related to finance. You can take a snip of this. I'll just zoom out a bit. You can take a snip of this. These are some really good books. Although I don't have a reading habit, but I try to listen to audiobooks. तो यू कैन गूगल आउट ऑडियो बुक्स एंड जो भी बुक आपको चाहिए उसका ऑडियो आ जाता है, मतलब यू कैन लिसन टू इट। तो दीज आर रियली इंटरेस्टिंग, दिस इज अ रियली इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग। बाकी किंडल विंडल तो होता ही है, इफ यू वांट टू रीड यू कैन रीड। ऑडिबल पे थैंक यू सो मच। ऑडिबल पे मतलब सॉरी नेहा, आई डिडंट गेट दैट। सो यू कैन रीड दोज बुक्स। कैन यू प्रायोरिटाइज वेरियस फील्ड्स व्हिच हैव गुड फ्यूचर नाउ? यस एग्जैक्टली। सो नाउ एक मेरा ना ओवरव्यू यहाँ पे खत्म होता है। जो मैंने 6 बॉक्स थ्योरी अपनी डिस्कस करनी थी, आई हैव डिस्कस दिस 6 बॉक्स थ्योरी। इफ यू वांट टू टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट, यू कैन प्रॉब्ली टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस। ये आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो इफ यू वांट टू टेक इट। ये इनसाइड शेरपा की जगह फौराज है, बस ये इसमें एक चेंज है। We can get audiobooks at Audible app. Yes, okay, right, right. So now we will move to the financial controller role, because financial controller role पे अगर मैं सीधा आ जाता ना, तो एक आपको एक पता कि how to achieve that very particular role. अब हमने डिस्कस कर लिया कि आपको एक चीज चाहिए, वो कैसे मिलेगी ये हमने डिस्कस कर लिया। अब हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि वो चीज क्या है, राइट। सो अभी तक जो डाउट्स है, यू कैन मैसेज इन द चैट बॉक्स। लेट मी जस्ट क्लोज irrelevant tabs, इसे देखना बाद में। और 2 चीजें और हैं जो मुझे शेयर करनी है। एक ये, इसका भी आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो। दिस इज अ रियली यूजफुल थिंग, मुझे लिंक्डइन पे मिला था। तो अगर आपको एक्सेल लर्न करना है, यू कैन लर्न इट फॉर फ्री, मतलब यूडेमी पे 400 रुपए भी खर्चने की जरूरत नहीं है। दीज आर सम ऑफ द वेबसाइट्स फ्रॉम वेयर यू कैन लर्न एक्सेल टोटली फॉर, आई मीन टोटली फॉर फ्री। देन दीज आर द 10 वेबसाइट्स जहाँ पे आप अपना रिज्यूमे बना सकते हो। then these are the 10 websites जहाँ पे आप इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चंस देख सकते हो, right? Take a snip of this and write down in the chat box once it's done. right money, I'll accept that. Those who want to add me on LinkedIn, you can definitely add me upon LinkedIn. मैं कहीं भी किसी भी टाइम कुछ भी हेल्प कर पाऊँ तो डू लेट मी नो, आई डेफिनेटली ट्राई माय लेवल बेस्ट टू हेल्प यू. बट हाँ, एक चीज माइंड में रखना, रेफरल्स के लिए डोंट मैसेज की सर प्लीज रेफर. इंस्टेड डू शेयर, आई मीन डू चेक आउट द मेटलाइफ की वेबसाइट, बिकॉज एज ऑफ नाउ आई एम वर्किंग ऑन विद मेटलाइफ. एक जॉब आईडी उठाना, वो जॉब आईडी मैसेज करना, एंड विद अ वेरी नाइस पोलाइट मैसेज एक मैसेज कर देना, आई विल डेफिनेटली डू द रेफरल पार्ट, नो इश्यूज एट ऑल. Can you tell the ID of Sir G tried? I'll share my LinkedIn profile. No issues. I'll just share in the chat box. In the interview of these profiles, do they ask only about this particular field? Sorry, Rahul, I didn't get that. Can you be more specific, थोड़ा सा? Yes, Ankit, they do. Right? एक snip ये था, एक snip ये है, इसका भी ले लो. So top 10 sites for your career, LinkedIn, Indeed, Naukri. यहाँ पे आप profiles बना के you can try looking out for potential jobs, right? पर्टिकुलरली अगर मेरे रिकमेंडेशन पे जाओ तो लिंक्डइन और नौकरी के अलावा कोई काम का नहीं है. मतलब लिंक्डइन भी इतना काम का नहीं जितना naukri.com काम कर.
हाँ
गाइस प्लीज म्यूट योर माइक. चलो, थैंक यू. CFA, whether worthful or not, yes, it totally depends upon your area of interest. For me, it's really worthful. I mean, they test knowledge of other areas or only about field of knowledge. देखो, एक इंटरव्यू में ना, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर एक इंटरव्यू पर भी सेशन होगा बूट कैंप में, रिज्यूमे पर भी हुआ होगा या पास्ट में या फ्यूचर में. तो एक इंटरव्यू में व्हाट दे टेस्ट इज आपका कॉन्फिडेंस, आपका पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस. मतलब हो सकता है टैक्स के लिए आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो बट आपने पहले ऑडिट में काम किया, आपकी आर्टिकलशिप ऑडिट में, दे विल टेस्ट कि आपकी आर्टिकलशिप कहीं फेक तो नहीं है, मतलब जेन्युइनली काम किया या नहीं किया. मतलब दे चेक जेन्युइनिटी एंड दे चेक द कॉन्फिडेंस, राइट? What are exits post Samsung? I am not able to get your question. Can you please Yash, how to apply in Goldman Sachs? Yash, मैंने 4 methods बताए. Add people, apply through direct career portal, through Naukri, and मतलब यही सब है. ऐसे ही अप्लाई कर सकते हैं through referrals. आई थिंक आपने शायद लेट ज्वाइन किया थोड़ा, तो आप एक बार स्टार्टिंग की अगर आप 15-20 मिनट का सेशन देखोगे तो इट विल रियली हेल्प यू, राइट? सो जस्ट टेक अ स्निप ऑफ दिस वेरी पर्टिकुलर पेज सो दैट आई कैन मूव अहेड. तो इसमें मशीन लर्निंग ये सब है, मतलब अगर कुछ किसी का कोई इंटरेस्ट है तो these are sites for your career. Naukri and LinkedIn is the best. Naukri I consider the best. Top most priority is Naukri. Keep yourself engaging on Naukri so that इनका एल्गोरिदम होता है वो आपको ना टॉप पे शो करेगा. देन देयर इज टॉप साइट 10 साइट्स फॉर ऑनलाइन फ्री एजुकेशन. कोर्सेरा पर हाँ एक चीज मैं बताना भूल गया, कोर्सेरा इज टोटली फ्री. आप फ्री में पढ़ सकते हो बट अगर आपको सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए देन यू हैव टू पे. सेम इज द केस विद edX. edX is by Harvard University. अगर किसी को हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी से कुछ सीखना है दे कैन डू सो, बट इफ यू वांट अ सर्टिफिकेट यू हैव टू पे. तो मतलब इट्स टोटली अप टू यू. अगर सिर्फ सीखना है यू कैन लर्न इट फॉर फ्री. देन यूडेमी बहुत चीपेस्ट है. बाकी कुछ काम का मुझे नहीं लगता है, राइट? बाकी एक तो जो मैंने डिस्कस किया, अपार्ट फ्रॉम डन से डन. वेदर टू मेंशन प्रीवियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वी वर्क विद और नॉट, डेफिनेटली. मतलब क्यों मेंशन नहीं करोगे, करना ही करना है. देन एक और पेज था, नहीं आई थिंक ये. सो लेट्स डिस्कस द फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोलर रोल. एक मिनट में लिंक्डइन की प्रोफाइल अपनी शेयर कर देता हूँ बिकॉज I have done in the chat box. For those who are attending through YouTube, I mean, I'm not sure how to share it over YouTube का link. Whether to mention previous organization, but if we are related to some other field, यश हमारे पास है, मतलब कुछ और दिखाने के लिए है भी नहीं ना. We are freshers. मैटर नहीं करता बिकॉज कंपनी को पता है आप फ्रेशर हो. they will give you on the job training because जो मैं काम अभी कर रहा हूँ मैंने वो आर्टिकलशिप में नहीं सीखा. मतलब मैं प्राइवेट इक्विटी की रिपोर्टिंग कर रहा हूँ और मुझे पता भी नहीं था प्राइवेट इक्विटी होती क्या जब मैं आर्टिकलशिप पे था, राइट? So like if we want to learn and work on US accounting but do not have any knowledge regarding this, first we do some course related to this or directly doing internship related to this is beneficial. मतलब it depends अंशुल. अगर सीख के करोगे तो थोड़ा बेटर रहेगा. सस्ता सा कोई 400-500 का कोर्स यूडेमी पे एक बार देख लो, अगर उस पर इंटरेस्ट आता है देन गो फॉर अ फुल टाइम कोर्स, ताकि आपके पैसे वेस्ट ना हो, बिकॉज आई मीन मनी इज एवरीथिंग, डोंट वेस्ट मनी ऑन any, I mean simply any course. How to apply if we are passionate about certain job profile but we don't have relevant experience, then how to mention in resume? Money just told, मतलब मैंने रिसोर्सेज आपको 2 या 3 रिसोर्सेज दिए हैं, यूडेमी हो गया, ये सारे एक स्किल सेट के लिए, वर्चुअल एक्सपीरियंस के लिए, अब ये मैंने 2 दिए हैं, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस देयर आर एन नंबर ऑफ वेबसाइट्स, मतलब डोमेन भरा पड़ा है, डू योर रिसर्च, एंड कुछ अगर आपको भी कुछ पता चलता है, डू लेट मी नो कि अगर ऐसी ही कोई और वेबसाइट भी है. सर कैन आई शेयर दी सर्टिफिकेट्स ऑन आवर रिज्यूमे? सर शुड आई शेयर? यस यू कैन. व्हाट नॉलेज यू गॉट फॉर प्राइवेट इक्विटी? मैं फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोलर पे आऊंगा ना तो एक मिथ ब्रेक होगा अभी. सर लॉकडाउन में आप भी गोलू मोलू हो. Sir, can you mention we have theoretical knowledge and don't have practical experience regarding such jobs? No offense, just making no issues. Right, perfect. So let's move ahead about financial controller profile. I'll just share whiteboard. Let me know once it's visible. Is it visible, guys? Right, yes or no in the chat box. मनी आज की डेट में ना ऐसा बहुत रेयर होता है जो ओरिजिनल सर्टिफिकेट्स आपसे मांग के अपने पास रखते हैं, मतलब बिग कॉर्पोरेट्स में, अच्छी कंपनीज में ऐसा नहीं होता. बट यस, एक बॉन्ड जरूर साइन करा सकते हैं साल का, 6 महीने का. यूजुअली ना ये इंडियन कंपनीज में होता है कि 6 महीने, आप साल तक नहीं छोड़ सकते, अगर आप साल तक छोड़ोगे तो आपको सर्टन सम ऑफ मनी पे करना पड़ेगा. तो नो नो. इज माई व्हाइट बोर्ड विजिबल? मैं एक मिनट कुछ टाइप कर देता, यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ. फाइनेंशियल, डोंट माइंड माई राइटिंग, मतलब थोड़ी ऐसी ही है. या विजिबल, राइट. सो फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल ना एक बहुत वास्ट फील्ड है, बहुत ही वास्ट फील्ड है. एंड इन माय पास्ट आई हैव वर्कड विद बार्कलेस, गोल्डमैन सैक्स एंड मेटलाइफ, मेजरली इनटू फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल. पहले यहाँ पे मेरा एलडीसी रोल था, आई विल एक्सप्लेन दिस. यहाँ पे मेरा रिपोर्टिंग रोल था, रेगुलेटरी रिपोर्टिंग, एंड यहाँ पे मेरा रिपोर्टिंग ही है, एंड सेम रिपोर्टिंग है, बट यहाँ पे मेरा टीम्स अलग है. टीम यहाँ पे मैं जिनेवा के लिए देखता था, दैट इज स्विट्जरलैंड. स्विट्जरलैंड की इंटायर जो ब्रांच है ना, उसका ब्रांच बोल लो, हेड ऑफ ऑफिस बोल लो, जो मर्जी बोलो, ठीक है. एंड यहाँ पे आई थिंक आई शुड, मतलब XYZ कंपनी, XYZ एक्स कंट्री देखता था, यहाँ पे मैं Y कंट्री देखता था, एंड यहाँ पे मैं Z कंट्री देखता हूँ, ऐसा समझ लो, ठीक है. तीनों रोल्स मोर और लेस फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल ही है. अब फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल में आता क्या है, मैं इस रोल में क्या काम करता था, इस रोल में क्या काम करता हूँ, इस रोल में क्या काम करता हूँ, दैट वी विल डिस्कस. आई वोंट बी एबल टू सी दिस चैट बॉक्स फॉर अ व्हाइल, तो जब देखना होगा तो मैं बता दूंगा, ठीक है. फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल में ना मल्टीपल रोल्स होते हैं. एक होता है आपका LEC रोल, लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर, ठीक है. देन होता है आपका रेगुलेटरी एंड मैनेजमेंट रिपोर्टिंग, ठीक है. अब लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर क्या होता है? लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर को ऐसा समझो कि you are the only person who will be looking at the balance sheet, who will be closing the balance sheet on monthly basis, who will be responsible for finalizing the books of account on monthly basis, who is responsible for account substantiation, जो आपने audit में पढ़ा होगा, attestation अपने एरिया का, अपनी बुक्स का. You will be wholly solely responsible. आप ही को एजिंग देखनी है, आप ही को accruals देखने हैं, आप ही को provisions देखने हैं. I mean, to check out the bird eye view कि आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सही चल रही है या नहीं, सही पाथ पे है या नहीं. आपको एनालिसिस करनी है, आपको MIS करना है, आपको मंथ ऑन मंथ कंपैरिजन करना है, आपको वेरिएंसेस देखने हैं, वेरिएंस एनालिसिस करना है. क्या कोई रॉन्ग एंट्री, कुछ वेरिएंस है, आपको जो आपका हम ऑडिट में बाकियों का चेक करते थे ना, वो आपको खुद करना है. आप ऐसा इन लेमैन लैंग्वेज, ठीक है, इसमें हमारा क्या क्या कवर होता है, जस्ट अ मिनट। तो मैं आपको एक जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन भी शेयर करता हूँ एलडीसी रोल की, सो दैट यू गेट अ ब्रीफ। 90% वर्क यही रहता है, बट कहीं ना कहीं डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द कंपनी टू कंपनी थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है, राइट? सो आई जस्ट शेयर इट, जस्ट अ मिनट। ये रहा। So this is one job description of your LEC role. 90% LEC roles में वैकेंसी इसी में होती है, दैट इज लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर और योर फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल, दैट इज द कंट्रोलिंग रोल। ठीक है, जिसमें आपका मेजरली रहता है अकाउंट रिकंसिलिएशन हो गया, आपका फंड मैनेजमेंट हो गया, बैंक रिकंसिलिएशन हो गया, मंथ एंड अप्रूवल्स प्रोविजंस हो गए, मंथ एंड ट्रायल बैलेंस प्रिपरेशन हो गई, देन प्रिपेयरिंग एलओआर पैक। एलओआर पैक हो गया आपका जो स्टेक होल्डर्स को, जैसे जैसे आपकी आपकी टीम का जो डायरेक्टर हो गया, आपकी टीम के जो ऑनशोर के लोग हो गए, उनको आप रिपोर्टिंग दोगे कि मंथली हमारा ये परफॉर्मेंस रहा, यहाँ पे ये वेरिएंस था। जैसे अगर मैं बार्कलेस की बात करूँ या कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक की बात करूँ, कि हमारे लोन्स पहले 2 मिलियन थे पिछले क्वार्टर में, पिछले मंथ में, और इस महीने 2 मिलियन 2.1 मिलियन हो गए। तो जो 0.1 मिलियन का जो इंक्रीज आया, दैट इज यूजली कवर्ड इन एलओआर पैक। तो कि वो जो 0.1 का जो डिफरेंस आया वो किसकी वजह से आया, वी एक्वायर्ड अ न्यू क्लाइंट, जिसकी वजह से हमारे डिपॉजिट्स इंक्रीज हो गए, लोन्स डिक्रीज हो गए, हमारे एक्रूवल्स ऑडिट फी की फी बढ़ गई, इसलिए हमारा ऑडिट फी का जो एक्रूवल या प्रोविजन है वो हमारा इंक्रीज या डिक्रीज हो गया। तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट हमारा एलओआर, हमारे ये डिफरेंट डिफरेंट रिपोर्टिंग ग्रुप्स बनते हैं, जिसमें कुछ तो होते हैं इंटरनल मैनेजमेंट के लिए, कि इंटरनल मैनेजमेंट को हम बताएंगे कि हमारी परफॉर्मेंस ऐसी रही ऐसी रही ऐसी रही। और कुछ होते हैं जो हमारे रेगुलेटर्स को जाते हैं, कि एज इन रेगुलेटर्स को, जैसे इंडियन बैंक्स आरबीआई को फाइलिंग करते हैं, वैसे बार्कलेज, जितने भी ये बैंक्स हैं, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द टेरिटरी उनकी फेडरेशन को फाइलिंग करते हैं। जैसे यूएस वाले यूएस फेड को करते हैं, यूरोप वाले आपके यूरोपियन बैंकिंग अथॉरिटी विच इज ईबीए उनको करते हैं, एंड उनके अपने अपने फॉर्म्स होते हैं। तो बेस्ड अपॉन दैट उनकी रिपोर्टिंग उनको भी जाती है कि कैसा उन्होंने परफॉर्म किया। जिन्होंने बैंक ऑडिट्स किए होंगे उनको पता होगा, एक एलएफएआर रिपोर्ट होती है, लॉन्ग फॉर्म ऑडिट रिपोर्ट, सिमिलर टू दैट हम बीइंग एन एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटर हम वो करते हैं। बट इंटरनली मैनेजमेंट की भी कुछ रिपोर्टिंग होती है जो आरबीआई को जाती है। सिमिलर टू दैट कुछ रिपोर्टिंग्स होती हैं जो ये बैंक्स, पर्टिकुलरली फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोलर्स में डिफरेंट डिफरेंट बैंक्स को करते हैं, राइट? सो वो रिपोर्टिंग एक पार्ट है, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज फॉलो विद सन्ड्री डेटर्स, प्रोवाइड इनपुट फॉर टैक्स। मतलब आपको ओवरऑल आपको पूरी बुक्स की ओनरशिप लेनी, दैट इज merely your legal entity controller, right? Similar to that, you have to connect, you have to look out for different compliances of different acts. For example, SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley Act, आपको उसका कंप्लायंस देखना है कि कोई भी मटेरियल जो चीज है वो सब्सटैंशिएट हो भी रही है या नहीं। आपको ऑडिटर से कनेक्ट करना है, स्टैट्यूटरी एंड अदर ऑडिट जितना भी आपका रहता है, टैक्स असेसमेंट, टैक्स ऑडिट। सो दिस इज यूजुअली अबाउट अ लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर थिंग। So entirely responsible for a particular branch. Yes, Rahul. How is finance controllership different from FP&A? बहुत अलग है सोनाली, totally different, right? So coming back to कि आपको कोई भी रोल के बारे में जानना है तो आप कैसे जाने। So for example, if I have to talk about legal entity controller, just search this on LinkedIn, click on jobs, देखो आपको ना बहुत सारी आ जाएंगी, बहुत सारी रोल्स आ जाएंगी। कंट्रोलर, कंट्रोलर, वैल्यूएशन कंट्रोलर, कंट्रोलर, एंटिटी कंट्रोलर, लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर, एंटिटी कंट्रोलर, या सिर्फ कंट्रोलर, तीनों एक ही हैं, राइट? नाम फैंसी हो सकते हैं, कंट्रोलर को फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोलर बोल दो या अलग अलग कंट्रोलर बोल दो, बट नाम एक ही है, राइट? एक से चेक करते हैं हम, इससे स्टार्ट करते हैं, लीगल एंटिटी कंट्रोलर जेपी मॉर्गन चेस। इस पे नीचे आते हैं, यहाँ पे देखो रोल, की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज। Candidate will be responsible for seamless delivery of daily, monthly, quarterly, or any other deliverable of LEC agenda. ठीक है, the candidate will have the following key responsibility: own the month end processes. एक यूजुअली क्या होता है ना, हम जो ऑडिट अभी अपनी आर्टिकलशिप में काम करते हैं, हमने देखा होता है कि या तो क्वार्टरली रिपोर्टिंग होती है या ईयरली रिपोर्टिंग होती है, हाफ ईयरली रिपोर्टिंग होती है। बट उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ऐसा तो होगा ना कि जो अकाउंटेंट होगा और जो ओनर होगा वो आपस में मंथली भी रिव्यू करते होंगे। सो सिमिलरली कुछ मंथली टास्क होते हैं जो हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अपने एंड पे परफॉर्म करती है, ये चेक करने के लिए कि हम मंथ ऑन मंथ कैसे परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, मंथ ऑन मंथ हमारी क्या एनालिसिस है, मंथ ऑन मंथ हमारा क्या परफॉर्मेंस है, राइट। सो दैट इज ओन द मंथ एंड प्रोसेस। कैलकुलेट एंड रिपोर्ट फाइनेंशियल इन्फॉर्मेशन विद द जर्नल लेजर इन रिलेशन टू की रेवेन्यूज, पूरा छोड़ दो इसको, सिर्फ एंड पे ध्यान दो। की रेवेन्यूज, एक्सपेंसेस एंड बैलेंस शीट अकाउंट्स आपको सब्सटेंशिएशन करनी है। रिपोर्ट मूवमेंट देखो, जो मैंने आपको बोला कि मंथ ऑन मंथ मूवमेंट क्या है वो देखो, और जो भी टीम है उसको रिपोर्ट करो। ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग कैलकुलेशंस करो। नोशनल पोजीशंस देखो, नोशनल पोजीशंस होगी जो भी आपकी ओपन एंडेड पोजीशंस रह जाती हैं डेरिवेटिव्स में, जैसे ऑप्शंस में, फ्यूचर्स में, जो भी आपकी क्लोज आउट नहीं हुई होती। रेक्स बनाओ कि आपके अकाउंट्स में सारी एंट्रीज पोस्ट हो गई हैं, नहीं हुई है, कुछ पेंडिंग तो नहीं है। इंटर एंटिटी बैलेंसेस देखो कि हो सकता है, अब बड़े बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स में क्या होता है, मैं मान लो जेपी मॉर्गन मुंबई हूँ और आप जेपी मॉर्गन दिल्ली हो या दुबई हो, तो होगा क्या, मुझे फंड्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है तो मैं एक्स एक्सटर्नल पार्टी के पास नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं बोलूंगा कि मैं देखूंगा कि जेपी मॉर्गन दुबई के पास पैसा पड़ा है, तो मैं आई कनेक्ट जेपी मॉर्गन दुबई एंड आई आस्क कि सर इफ यू हैव स्पेयर फंड्स ट्रांसफर दैट फंड टू मी। तो वो वाया ट्रेजरी वो फंड्स मुझे ट्रांसफर कर देंगे, और जो वो फंड्स मुझे ट्रांसफर करेंगे ना, उससे मेरा एक इंटर कंपनी बैलेंस खड़ा हो जाएगा। दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज यूजुअली लुक्ड बाय द एलईसी। प्रोड्यूस मंथ एंड रिपोर्टिंग पैकेज इंश्योरिंग ऑल कि आपका मंथ एंड बताओ कि मंथ कैसा रहा, क्वार्टरली रिपोर्टिंग बताओ, बैलेंस शीट रिकंसिलेशन की बताओ कि जीएल जो भी है आपका जर्नल लेजर जिसको हम बोलते हैं, आप बोल लो आपका जो हेड होता है, टैली में आप जैसे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट हेड्स बनाते हो, सैप में आपके डिफरेंट डिफरेंट हेड्स होते हैं, वैसे जीएल होता है, राइट। लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन देखो कि क्या कैश, हमारा कैश फ्लो कितना है, क्या नहीं है, क्या हमें फंडिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट है नहीं है। मंथली कोई की होती होगी मैन कॉम रिपोर्ट, पता नहीं क्या कंपनी स्पेसिफिक है रिक्वायरमेंट। एंड प्रोड्यूस कंसोलिडेटेड पैक, कंसोलिडेशन का काम थोड़ा बहुत चाहिए होगा। अब बेस्ड अपॉन दिस अब आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं सर इसके लिए क्या स्किल्स हमें चाहिए। बहुत ही सिंपल है, आप यही पढ़ोगे ना, आपको इसी से एक आइडिया लग जाएगा कि आपको इंटरव्यू के लिए भी क्या प्रिपेयर करना है। वेरी सिंपल, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कंसोलिडेशन करनी है, मुझे कंसोलिडेशन का एएस पता होना चाहिए, मुझे उसका इंडेस पता होना चाहिए, इंडेस इसलिए या यूएस गैप आईएफआरएस पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं यूएस एंड यूके के लिए कंसोलिडेशन कर रहा हूँ, तो मुझे यूके के लिए आईएफआरएस पता होना चाहिए और यूएस के लिए यूएस गैप पता होना चाहिए, राइट। फिर मंथ एंड क्लोजिंग करनी है तो मेरे को प्रोविजंस और एक्रूवल्स के बेसिस में डिफरेंस पता होना चाहिए। 90% लोगों को प्रोविजंस और एक्रूवल्स के बेसिस में डिफरेंस, इन दोनों में डिफरेंस ही नहीं पता होता। एंड दिस इज द वेरी बेसिक इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन जो एलडीसी रोल के लिए यूजुअली पूछा जाता है, राइट। एक्सपीरियंस में क्या मांग रहे हैं, सीपीएस सीए जो भी हो, यूएस गैप पता होना चाहिए और यूके गैप पता होना चाहिए और आईएफआरएस पता होना चाहिए। ये हमने बहुत इजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया कि यूएस यूके है तो यूएस गैप यूके और यही होगा। कोई मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछा था यूएस अकाउंटिंग के लिए कि सर sure Dinesh, sure, I just saw your message, I need to leave making notes, sure, no issues, I'll take care of it. So then financial controller and financial analyst are different, डिपेंड्स, मतलब मैंने बोला ना फैंसी नाम मिल जाते हैं हर चीज को, बट मोर और लेस काम सेम है। आप रोल एक्सपीरियंस से आपको एक आइडिया लग जाएगा। दिस इज समवॉट वी लर्न इन एसएम, यस यश, राइट। सिमिलरली आप नैट वेस्ट ग्रुप है, दिस इज अ रियली बिग ग्रुप। आप इसका भी अगर आप रोल देखोगे, अगर इन्होंने दिया हो तो, डे टू डे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, मेकिंग रिपोर्ट्स, मैनेजिंग अ डेटा क्वालिटी, रिव्यूइंग की फाइनेंशियल डेटा, डिलीवरेबल्स जो हैं आपके, मेकिंग कॉन्टिन्यूस इंप्रूवमेंट टू ऑप्टिमाइज द प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस। दिस इज समथिंग जो मैं अभी कर रहा हूँ। अगर मैं अपनी व्हाइट बोर्ड पे आऊं तो जो मैं ये रेगुलेटरी एंड मैनेजमेंट रिपोर्टिंग कर रहा हूँ ना, दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई एम डूइंग। अब होता क्या है ना, जो रेगुलेटरी रिपोर्टिंग जैसे आरबीआई है, बाहर के यूएस फेडरेशन है, ईबीए है, इन सब के जो कंप्लायंसेस होते हैं ना बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं। अब एक ही बंदा ये भी देखे पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो यूजुअली क्या होता है, एलईसी डिपार्टमेंट अलग होता है और मैनेजमेंट रेगुलेटरी डिपार्टमेंट अलग होता है। तो अब हम करते क्या है, अब इसमें हम करते क्या है, व्हाट आई डू ऑन डेली बेसिस इज प्रिपेयर रिपोर्ट्स, टैक्स की, परफॉर्मेंस की, रियल एस्टेट की, जॉइंट वेंचर की, इक्विटी की, कि इनमें क्या क्या, रियल एस्टेट में क्या रेंट आया, क्या इक्विटी में क्या हमारा प्रॉफिट्स आया। रिपोर्टिंग, सिर्फ रिपोर्टिंग। गाइस अगेन टेलिंग यू, मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग रोल नहीं है मेरा, फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोलर रोल जो है वो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग रोल नहीं है, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग रोल नहीं है। यूजुअली बार्कलेज एंड सच कंपनीज जो कैंपस प्लेसमेंट में आती है, लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर स्वेड की मतलब ऐसा वो नहीं बोलते, ऐसा खुद लोग प्रिज्यूम कर लेते हैं कि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग रोल होगा क्योंकि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग फॉर्म है, बट नहीं, यूजुअली दे हायर सीएस इन एलडीसी रोल या एफसी रोल, मेजरली, right? It involves Y9C0 and TIC. Yes, exactly, Sandhu. I have done industrial training in product control. What it be helpful for financial control profile? Ashish, more or less same है, बस product control में थोड़ा सा task अलग रह जाता है, but मोटा मोटा काम सही, right? Now I'll just share my screen again. ठीक है, ये रेगुलेटरी रिपोर्टिंग आ गया, जेपी मॉर्गन आ गया, थोड़ा सा बैक जाते हैं। देखो एलईसी क्लैरिवेट, not sure, I'm not aware about this company. Then UBS में भी सेम ही होगा। देखो ग्लोबल डिलीवरी बैलेंस शीट, एंड टू एंड मैनेजमेंट, इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग बैलेंस शीट डे पे कमेंट्री देना, मंथली रिपोर्ट्स देना, सॉक्स कंप्लायंसेस करना, स्टेक होल्डर्स के साथ उनका रिलेशन, इफेक्टिव रिलेशन बनाना, उनको कम्युनिकेट करना एज पर देयर डिलीवरेबल्स। सो दिस इज मोर अबाउट दिस। सो मुझे क्वेरी आई थी यूएस टैक्सेशन एंड यूएस अकाउंटिंग पे, सो दिस इज मोर और लेस से, राइट? हनीवेल, दिस इज अ नोन कंपनी। देखो यही है यूएस गैप, एंड टू एंड ओनरशिप ऑफ अकाउंटिंग, कंट्रोल एंड कंप्लायंस। देन देयर इज टेक्निकल अकाउंटिंग, प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट दो, रेवेन्यू, कॉस्ट, क्या अकाउंटिंग क्या असेसमेंट है, आइडेंटिफाई रूट कॉस्ट, देखो मंथ एंड में क्या इश्यूज आ रहे हैं। सो दिस इज मोर अबाउट योर एंटिटी कंट्रोलर। देन देयर इज रेगुलेटरी रिपोर्टिंग, जो मैं अभी मेटलाइफ में कर रहा हूँ, जो मैं गोल्डमैन सैक्स में कर रहा था, कि 10K की फाइलिंग करनी है आपको, रेगुलेटर्स की फाइलिंग करनी है। सो दिस इज मोर अबाउट दैट। अब कमिंग बैक टू योर क्वेश्चन कि एफपीएनए क्या होता है, एफपीएनए क्या होता है। अब सिमिलर टू दिस आप क्या कर सकते हो, आप एफपीएनए सर्च कर सकते हो, राइट? एफपीएनए में भी बहुत हायरिंग रहती है। अब एफपीएनए में अगर आप यहाँ पे रीड करोगे रोल्स, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, मंथली फाइनेंशियल रिजल्ट्स को एनालाइज करना। एलईसी में आप क्या कर रहे थे, मंथली फाइनेंशियल रिजल्ट्स को प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे और टू एन एक्सटेंड मंथ ऑन मंथ कंपैरिजन कर रहे थे। इसमें आप एंड टू एंड एनालिसिस करते हो, इसमें आपको प्रिपेयर नहीं करना, इसको आपको क्लोज नहीं करना या फाइनलाइज नहीं करना। फाइनलाइज होने के बाद एफपीएनए टीम का एक रोल बीच में आता है, राइट? टाइमली कंप्लीशन ऑफ ग्लोबल रिपोर्टिंग, पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग सेशंस, मंथली एडहॉक जो भी काम रहते हैं, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज। तो मोटा मोटा आपको एक आइडिया इसी से मिल जाएगा कि एफपीएनए में क्या रहता है। प्रेफर्ड क्वालिफिकेशन, स्टोरी टेलिंग आपको आनी चाहिए, क्योंकि आप एनालिसिस कर रहे हो, आपको एक स्टोरी बनानी है कि मेरे लोन्स 2 मिलियन से 2.5 मिलियन हो गए। तो इफ आई टॉक अबाउट एफपीएनए रोल ऑफ बार्कलेस, मुझे एक स्टोरी बनानी पड़ेगी। 2 मिलियन से 2.5 मिलियन इसलिए बढ़े कि कोविड केस बढ़ गए थे, लोगों के बिजनेस खत्म हो रहे थे, लोन अपने पुराने लोन्स रीपे नहीं कर पा रहे थे, क्योंकि पुराने लोन्स रीपे नहीं कर पा रहे थे इसलिए लोग, लोन की डिमांड कम हो गई, लोन और ले नहीं रहे थे। तो लोगों के जो एग्जिस्टिंग फंड्स थे कोविड के टाइम पे उन्होंने अपनी एफडीज ब्रेक की, एफडी इसलिए हमारी डिक्रीज हो गई। तो एक काइंड ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग एक एफपीएनए में चाहिए होती है। कमर्शियल एक्सपीरियंस, क्लाइंट रिलेशनशिप, कोलैबोरेशन टूल्स, सिटी बैंक का है, केपीएमजी में भी है। तो एक अगर आपको एफपीएनए की अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए तो यू कैन प्रॉब्ली लुक एट दिस वेरी पर्टिकुलर थिंग। अब इसमें अगर आप देखोगे कि आपको क्या क्या स्किल्स चाहिए, तो देखो वीबीए एक्सपर्ट, हर रोल के लिए यूजुअली मेंशन किया होता है वीबीए, एसक्यूएल, ऑल्ट्रिक्स, पावर बीआई एंड टैब्ल्यू। और अगर आपको याद होगा सेशन के स्टार्टिंग में ही मैंने आपको 5 कोर्सेज बताए थे, वो यही 5 कोर्सेज थे, ऑल्ट्रिक्स, पावर बीआई, टैब्ल्यू, वीबीए। तो एक आपको आइडिया तो लग गया होगा ना कि हर काम में कहीं ना कहीं आपका एक्सेल तो चाहिए ही चाहिए। एक्सेल बहुत कॉमन चीज हो गई है आज की डेट में। अब आपको थोड़ा सा इंप्रोवाइज करना पड़ेगा, और टू इंप्रोवाइज देयर आर लॉट मेनी अदर थिंग्स व्हिच इज ऑल्ट्रिक्स, पावर बीआई, टैब्ल्यू एंड एसक्यूएल। सो analysis on Excel basically, sir. What are the softwares to be aware of such FC roles? Money, I just covered it. Palak, if we want our career in INDAS or GPRS profile, which option should we choose? INDAS में आपका देखो IFRS और यूएस गैप हम क्यों कवर करें? क्योंकि हम यूएस और यूके के रेगुलेटर्स को कैटर करें। अब अगर आपको इंडेस में काम करना है तो आप कोई इंडियन कंपनी पकड़ो और इंडियन कंपनी की फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोलर प्रोफाइल पकड़ो, जैसे वेदांता होगी जो इंडियन कंपनी है, जैसे इंडियन कंपनीज आ गई ब्रिटानिया, जिनके इंडियन ऑपरेशंस हैं। अगर आप इंडियन ऑपरेशंस वाली कंपनी के एफसी रोल में जाते हो तो यू विल बी मेजरली वर्किंग ऑन इंडेस। सर, व्हाट इज द कैटेगरी कमर्शियलाइजेशन एंड मैनेजमेंट? आई एम नॉट वेरी मच अवेयर, क्वेश्चन, आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी. So guys, that's it from my side. The session lasted for almost 2 hours. Let me know if you have any queries. Let me know if you have any feedback. I'm just sharing my number, my email ID with you all, just in case in future, if you feel connecting with me, you can probably connect. You can save my number. Myself, CA Sanchit Agarwal. My email ID is info@finthink.in. If you want to share any of your CV for any of the role, you can probably message me on this very particular email ID. What else do you need? My LinkedIn profile I have already shared, and yeah, the session is open for queries. What an invitation. Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you so much for the comments. Jatin, thank you. Swastik, thank you. I just want to know how about technical analysis. So my screen is not visible. I have mentioned in the chat box. You can probably copy that from the chat box, and ek bari main screen share karke I'll just share my LinkedIn profile again, just in case if anyone has missed it. I'll accept all the requests by today itself, and you can probably connect with me a bit about my startup. I'll just brief you a bit about my startup. Please tell them thank you. Right. So I'll just give you a brief about my startup as well. So the name of my startup is Finthing. I started this way back in 2018. So apart from my corporate work, I work. Apart from my corporate work, I have my own startup named Finthing, which is kind of helps you to learn about finance courses, particularly into the stock market. My forte is stock market. I have been into market since last 7 years. I started this way back in 2016, I guess, when I started my SFM classes. It's 2015, yes. It's almost 7 years, 2015. And since then, I'm researching about different things. And there are some WhatsApp group as well where we kind of do the discussions about different stocks. So just in case if you are interested in stocks, you can probably join this group as well. I am sharing the link. You can probably join the group. This is mainly into the stock market thing, and is EY, GDS, Deloitte, USI is contributing to be selected in future in Barclay? Yes, Mudit. If you can help the possible question for interview, what I'll do is, Rahul, I'll connect with Jinesh. I'll ask him if we can conduct a session on interview, because there is a separate sort of PPT. I mean, there is a whole together a separate session. If I'm not wrong. Okay, I'm unable to see that. Anyhow, so you can probably log into my portal as well. You can search for login.finthink.in, login.finthink.in. I've shared the website link as well. So this is it. This is it from my side. Thank you so much. That's all. Know how. Swastik, you can connect with me offline for this very particular thing.
Okay, so I think Sanjit has cleared almost all of your doubts. In case you have any other further doubts, you can either WhatsApp it to me. I'll try to get it resolved. And or Sanchit has already given you his number. You can reach out to him on WhatsApp. So thank you so much, Sanchit. It was really very insightful session. So a
Thank you
few
so much.
points that I would like to reflect upon is as in the way you so in many sessions we only see that people say कि ये करना चाहिए ये करना चाहिए ये करना चाहिए, but you in fact told us on ground कि हाँ कहाँ कहाँ से करना है क्या क्या करना है. And the things which I really liked was the internships. So even internships helped me as well. So I was in tax and I wanted to go into equity research. So I left my job and I did internship, and on the basis of that internship I got a job in one of the best equity research firms. So that plays a very important role. And then also the forage website that you told, it will also helpful. It will also be very helpful. So I hope we have done a lot of value addition to the audience, and we'll keep bringing more such sessions in the future as well. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much,
And
Dinesh.
Yes, yes. And also everybody, I would like to, take feedback from you on WhatsApp. You can DM me the feedback. I'll definitely want to know positive, or in case we have anything that we can improve upon, then that as well. So thank you, Sanchit. And Thank you everyone for joining. We'll just take leave from now, and we'll meet you tomorrow then, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Okay. Bye bye.